Being poor isn't merely a matter of your bank balance. It's a state of mind, a series of habits, and a particular way of viewing the world that can keep you trapped in a cycle of scarcity. If you've ever felt like no matter what you do, you can't seem to get ahead financially, it's possible that certain behaviors, beliefs, and attitudes are quietly undermining your progress. In this video, we're going to dive deep into 10 critical reasons why you might still be struggling financially and, more importantly, how you can turn the tide. This isn't just about increasing your wealth. It's about transforming your entire approach to life and money with a Stoic mindset. Understanding these factors is the first step toward true financial freedom. So, let's get started. We often hear the phrase, "You are your own worst enemy." Nowhere is this more evident than in the realm of personal finance. Your financial reality is shaped not just by external factors like your job or the economy, but by your inner world, your thoughts, beliefs, and habitual behaviors. The first step in breaking free from poverty is recognizing that the power to change your financial future lies within you, a core tenet of Stoicism. It's not about waiting for luck, nor is it about hoping for a windfall. It's about cultivating the right mindset, understanding your beliefs about money, and taking consistent, deliberate actions to improve your situation. Stoic philosophy emphasizes taking responsibility for one's life and choices, which is key to financial growth. One of the most insidious traps that keep people poor is the scarcity mindset. This mindset convinces you that there's never enough, that you must cling to what you have because you might not get any more. It's a way of thinking that's rooted in fear and anxiety, emotions that Stoicism teaches us to manage with reason. When you operate from a place of scarcity, you're constantly worried about what you don't have. This focus on lack rather than abundance can make you blind to opportunities that could significantly improve your financial situation. For example, if you're always anxious about money, you might avoid taking risks that could lead to greater financial rewards. You might stay in a job you dislike because it feels safe, even if it doesn't pay well. You might hesitate to invest in yourself, whether through education, acquiring new skills, or starting a side hustle. This fear-driven mentality keeps you stuck, preventing you from growing and evolving, something the Stoic sage would recognize as a failure to live according to nature and reason. Imagine for a moment that your focus shifted from scarcity to abundance. Instead of fixating on what you might lose, you start thinking about what you can gain. You begin to see opportunities where you once saw obstacles. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus famously said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." This quote speaks to the heart of the matter. When you stop chasing after things you don't need, when you reduce your wants, you can start focusing on what truly matters: your growth, your skills, and your long-term happiness. But changing your mindset is just the beginning. Another significant factor that might be keeping you poor is living beyond your means. In today's consumer-driven society, it's easy to be seduced by the allure of more possessions, more status, more pleasure. Advertisements, social media, and even our own peers constantly remind us that to be happy, successful, or respected, we need to buy more, spend more, and consume more. This relentless pursuit often leads to debt, stress, and a never-ending cycle of consumption that only deepens financial insecurity. A Stoic approach to life teaches us to live simply and within our means, focusing on what truly brings value rather than fleeting pleasures. Let's consider the consequences of living beyond your means. You might feel a temporary sense of satisfaction when you buy that new car or take that luxurious vacation. But if you're financing these indulgences with credit, you're actually setting yourself up for long-term financial stress. Debt can quickly spiral out of control, and the interest you pay on that debt is money that could have been saved or invested. Over time, the burden of debt can become overwhelming, leading to a situation where you're working just to pay off what you owe, with little or no money left for your future. A Stoic would remind us that true wealth lies not in accumulating possessions, but in having the freedom and peace of mind that comes from financial discipline. What if, instead of buying things to feel rich, you started building real wealth? Real wealth isn't about the things you own. It's about financial security and the freedom to live life on your own terms. Building wealth requires a mindset of simplicity and intentionality, values deeply rooted in Stoicism. It's about being deliberate with your money, making sure that every dollar you spend is a step toward your long-term goals. This doesn't mean you have to live a life of deprivation, but it does mean living a life where your spending aligns with your values and your vision for the future. Start by taking a hard look at your expenses. Track where your money is going each month and identify areas where you can cut back without sacrificing your quality of life. This might mean cooking at home more often instead of eating out, or it might mean postponing that big purchase until you've saved enough to pay for it in cash. These small changes, when compounded over time, can make a significant difference in your financial health. The Stoics believed in the power of small, consistent actions to bring about significant change, and this principle applies perfectly to personal finance. Another critical reason you might be struggling financially is a lack of financial education. Money management isn't something we're born knowing. It's a skill that has to be learned. Unfortunately, many people never take the time to educate themselves about how money works. They might not understand the power of compound interest, the importance of saving early and often, or how to invest wisely. Without this knowledge, it's easy to make financial decisions that seem good in the short term, but are disastrous in the long run. The Stoics were lifelong learners, always seeking wisdom, and this pursuit of knowledge is crucial when it comes to managing your finances. But financial ignorance doesn't have to be your destiny. With the wealth of information available today, there's no excuse for remaining in the dark about money. Start by reading books on personal finance, taking online courses, or even listening to podcasts that break down complex financial concepts into easy-to-understand language. Knowledge is power, and when you understand how money works, you can start making it work for you instead of against you. This knowledge will empower you to make informed decisions, avoid common pitfalls, and take control of your financial future, aligning with the Stoic practice of living in accordance with reason. Another often overlooked factor in financial struggles is the people you surround yourself with. Jim Rohn famously said, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." This applies to every aspect of life, including your financial habits. If the people around you have a negative or careless attitude toward money, that mindset is likely to rub off on you. If they're always in debt, always spending more than they earn, or always complaining about money, you might find yourself adopting those same habits and attitudes. The Stoics understood the importance of community and surrounding oneself with virtuous, like-minded individuals, and this principle is just as relevant in financial matters. Surrounding yourself with people who have a positive, proactive attitude toward money can be a game changer. These are the people who can inspire you, offer advice, and hold you accountable. They don't have to be wealthy themselves, but they should be committed to financial growth, responsible spending, and living within their means. Seek out mentors, join communities of like-minded individuals, or even just read the biographies of successful people. The more you immerse yourself in a culture of financial responsibility and abundance, the more likely you are to adopt those habits and beliefs yourself, much like a Stoic immerses themselves in the teachings of wise philosophers. It's also important to recognize the role of societal pressure in keeping you financially stuck. Society often equates success with material wealth. The bigger the house, the fancier the car, the more luxurious the lifestyle, the more successful you must be. But this is a false equation that leads many people down a path of financial ruin. The pressure to keep up with others can drive you to spend money you don't have on things you don't need, just to project an image of success. This is a dangerous game, one that often ends in financial disaster. The Stoics taught us to be indifferent to the opinions of others and to focus on what is within our control, a lesson that is crucial when it comes to managing our finances. But what if you redefine success on your own terms? What if success wasn't about material possessions, but about living a life that's true to your values, achieving financial independence, and having the freedom to pursue your passions? When you stop caring about what others think and start focusing on what truly matters to you, you can begin to make financial decisions that are in line with your long-term goals, rather than short-term societal expectations. This Stoic approach to life, where we prioritize inner virtues over external wealth, can help you achieve a more fulfilling and financially secure life. Another major reason people remain poor is a lack of discipline and consistency. Building wealth isn't about making one big, smart financial move. It's about making a series of small, smart decisions day after day, year after year. This requires discipline. The discipline to save regularly, to spend wisely, and to invest for the future. It also requires consistency. It's not enough to save money one month and then blow it all the next. You have to stay the course, even when it's tough, even when it feels like you're not making progress. The Stoics emphasize the importance of discipline in all aspects of life, understanding that consistent effort leads to mastery and success. Consider the example of investing. The power of compound interest means that even small, regular investments can grow significantly over time. But to benefit from this, you need to be consistent. You need to keep investing month after month, year after year, regardless of what the market is doing. This takes discipline, patience, and a long-term perspective, qualities that are central to Stoic philosophy. Another factor that might be holding you back is a fear of failure. Many people avoid taking financial risks because they're afraid of what might happen if things don't go as planned. This fear can paralyze you, keeping you stuck in a situation that's comfortable but unfulfilling. It's important to recognize that failure is not the end. It's a natural part of the learning process. Every successful person has experienced failure at some point, but what sets them apart is their ability to learn from those failures and keep moving forward. The Stoics taught that failure is an opportunity for growth, and that setbacks are not to be feared, but embraced as part of the journey. If you want to break free from financial stagnation, you need to be willing to take calculated risks. This might mean investing in the stock market, starting a side business, or pursuing a new career opportunity. Yes, there's a chance you might fail, but there's also a chance you might succeed, and that chance is worth the risk. The Stoic approach encourages us to act with courage and wisdom, understanding that the outcome is beyond our control, but our efforts are not. Lastly, let's talk about the importance of taking action. All the knowledge, advice, and motivation in the world won't make a difference if you don't take action. It's easy to get stuck in a cycle of procrastination, waiting for the perfect moment to start saving, start investing, or start that side hustle. But the truth is, there's no perfect moment. The best time to start was yesterday. The second best time is now. The Stoics believed in the power of the present moment and the importance of taking action, recognizing that our time is limited and we must use it wisely. Taking action means setting clear, achievable goals, making a plan, and then following through. It means being consistent, even when it's hard, even when you'd rather spend money on something fun. It means staying focused on your long-term vision and not getting distracted by short-term pleasures. Remember, wealth isn't built overnight. It's the result of small, consistent actions taken over time. The Stoic approach to life, where we focus on what we can control and take consistent, deliberate actions, is the key to financial success. In conclusion, breaking free from the chains of poverty requires a comprehensive shift in mindset, habits, and actions. It's about recognizing the behaviors and beliefs that are holding you back and taking deliberate steps to change them. It won't be easy, and it won't happen overnight. But with persistence, determination, and a commitment to continuous learning and growth, you can create a future of financial security, independence, and abundance, much like the Stoic philosophers who lived with purpose, wisdom, and resilience.